Hey Simply Bakers, it's Lainey from Simply Bakings. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some easy yet delicious vegan desserts that are great to bring for any holiday celebration that you have, specifically Christmas or even New Year's. And they're easy and very festive. Let's get started.
Hello guys, it's Lainey and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you another simple recipe, how to make 3-ingredient Oreo fudge. The ingredients you will need are 3 cups of crushed Oreos, 12 ounces of white chocolate that are high quality, and 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. In a medium-sized saucepan, add the white chocolate and sweetened condensed milk and melt the chocolate until it's smooth. Also guys, if you're not using high quality chocolate, stirring the chocolate mix constantly is key because you might burn the chocolate. Once it's completely melted and smooth, add the crushed Oreos and also save a few crushed Oreos for later to garnish. In an 8 by 8 inch pan covered with parchment paper, you're going to quickly add the batter, smooth it out with a spatula, and add the rest of the Oreos by pressing it into the fudge. Once you're finished with that, you're going to place it in the refrigerator for at least 1 hour. So this fudge is so rich and sweet, which will definitely curb your sweet tooth once you take your first bite. I love the crunchiness of the Oreos, and adding a little bit of sea salt to each of the pieces actually balances out the sweetness. And this is an easy recipe to make, especially if you're super busy, and you can share this with all of your friends and significant others. Hey Simply Bakers, it's Lainey, and today I'm sharing with you a 3-ingredient cookie. Let's begin! So for this recipe, you're going to need a food processor or a blender. You're going to first add the oats. I used rolled oats. Then you're going to add the shredded coconut. So go ahead and mix it up, and when you're finished, it should resemble breadcrumbs. And guys, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe so you can get all of my latest recipes. So once it resembles breadcrumbs like so, you're going to add the bananas. I added 2 bananas, and these are super ripe bananas because this is what sweetens the cookies. So I went ahead and covered it again and mixed it up. And because my food processor was a little bit small, I actually had to take a spoon and make sure the bananas were being pushed to the bottom. So you know when this is done, when everything is mixed in and it almost resembles a paste or oatmeal. And what you're going to do is take a tablespoon and you're going to just spoon it out and place it on a parchment lined baking mat or baking sheet. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bake it for 20 minutes. I know it's a long time, but that's how long it needs to be baked. Now, if you want it more of a crispy cookie, you will have to bake it about 5 to 10 minutes longer. So I want to give a shout out to these Simply Bakers. Thank you so much for giving me the inspiration to make a 3-ingredient cookie, and I made it a challenge not to add chocolate. But I think if you add chocolate, it will still taste so good. I actually ate this for breakfast because it was easy to grab from my refrigerator, which is where I placed it. And these were so delicious. They were very soft and chewy. Now, like I said, if you want a crunchier texture, leave this in the oven for a bit longer, and this is how it looked like. Thanks guys so much for watching.
Hey Simply Bakers, it's Lainey, and today I'm sharing with you a delicious, easy vegan cake. You guys will love this. I got a lot of compliments for this recipe, so let's begin. So in a large bowl, you're going to add 1 package of Devil's Food Cake Mix. Now you have to get the vegan version. I will list it in the description box and a link to where you can purchase it, and it's super affordable. Next, add the instant coffee granules. If you are serving this to children, feel free to omit this. Next, add the ground cinnamon, 1 1/4 cups of water, vegetable oil. So to bind the cake, I use egg replacers. I can't remember what I used, but you need to use 3 eggs worth of egg replacers. I will list in the description box what I use, but I am exploring what is best to use for baking, that is egg replacers. I do have a favorite one, and I didn't use that one because that's, my favorite, so I'm trying to branch out. But anyway, you're going to continue mixing with your handheld mixer until everything is mixed well. It shouldn't take more than 2 minutes. So once you're done mixing, you're going to grab a 9 by 13 inch pan and you're going to grease it before adding in the dough or the batter. And isn't this pan pretty? I actually bought this just for this recipe. So all my new friends here on Simply Bakings, don't forget to subscribe so you can get all of my new and latest recipes. I would love it if you guys would do that. Anyway, back to the recipe. You're gonna get a spatula and you're gonna just spread out the cake mix or the batter until it's evenly balanced, and then pop it in the oven and take a look here. So allow the cake to cool for at least 30 minutes and then go ahead and cut into it. This cake was so delicious. I actually gave it to my sister-in-law and she brought it to work and she got so many reviews of how delicious it is. And one thing I love about this recipe, it is so easy to make and it's foolproof, guys, and it's vegan. That makes it even better. So if you don't want to make it vegan, you can go ahead and add eggs if you'd like. If not, go use those egg replacers. Okay, anyway.
Hey guys, welcome back to Cookie Mondays. Today for holiday baking, I will be sharing with you how to make Peppermint Oreo Cookies. And thank you to all of you who voted for these cookies. Let's begin. In a large bowl, you're going to add 4 ounces of cream cheese softened and just take your handheld mixer and you're going to mix it until everything is light and fluffy. Next, add in 1 stick of softened butter. And to get the complete recipe, head over to simplybakings.com. So once the cream cheese and the butter is well combined, you're going to add 1 egg and a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then take your handheld mixer and you're going to mix everything until it is well combined. Once everything is very creamy, just like this, you're going to add 1 box of white cake mix. If you cannot get cake mix where you are located, you can use a regular chocolate chip cookie dough batter. That will work just as well. If not, I also have a video coming out of how to make homemade cake mix, so stay tuned for that. After everything is well combined, add 1 cup of Andy's Peppermint Crunch pieces. If you can't get this where you are at, you can also use candy cane and just crush it. Then add half a cup of dark chocolate chips. Take your spatula and just mix everything until it is well combined. Then add 1 cup of Oreo cookies. What I did was I broke them into large pieces and threw them into the bowl. Continue mixing them until everything was well combined. Then you're going to take the dough and roll it into balls and place it onto your cookie mat. Then you're going to press down on the cookies to flatten it out. By doing this, you will make the cookies be more cookie-like rather than cake-like. Bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes if you are making large cookies. Transfer the cookies onto a cookie rack and let it sit for about 5 minutes. These cookies were so delicious. My sister and I ate so many. In fact, I brought them to a baby shower and my friends loved it. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, it's Lainey. Today I'm sharing with you a delicious sweet and sour cookie called Lemon Snowball Cookies. These are so delicious. I love the sweet and sour of these cookies. Let's begin. So in a large bowl, you're going to add 1 cup of softened butter. You're going to add some powdered sugar, some lemon zest, and you're going to take your handheld mixer and you're going to mix this until it is well combined. Also guys, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so you can get all of my latest recipes as soon as I release them. After it's mixed, you're going to add the all-purpose flour and half a teaspoon of salt. And you're going to continue mixing until it forms a cookie dough and I eventually had to use my hands to get it this consistency. And then I took my handy dandy cookie scooper and scooped it onto a baking sheet lined with a baking mat. If you don't have one, you can use parchment paper. Pop it in the oven. Baked it until it was golden brown, and of course, all the measurements and temperatures will be in the description box. After the cookies cooled down for about 3 minutes, I rolled the cookies in some powdered sugar mixed with a little bit of lemon zest, and that's pretty much it. One thing I love about these cookies, not only was it chewy, it was sour and sweet at the same time, and I love that combination together. And thanks again guys so much for watching, and
Hi guys, today we will be making Hershey Kiss cookies. Let's begin. In a large bowl, add 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Add 3/4 cup of cookie butter, and if you don't have cookie butter, you can use peanut butter. Then you're going to beat it until everything is mixed in. So the last time I used the ingredient Bisquick, there was a lot of questions in the comment section, and what it is, it's basically a pre-mixed baking product consisting of flour, shortening, salt, and baking powder. So you're going to add 2 cups into the bowl, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then continue mixing it with your beater, or you can just use a fork, spoon, or your hands. I actually ended up using my hands to finish the product, which was this, the dough. So then you're going to grab half a cup of sugar, put it in a bowl, grab some dough, and you're going to make about 1-inch balls. Then you're going to roll it in sugar, like so. Then once it's coated, place it on your baking mat, and then you're going to bake it for 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 6 to 8 minutes or until lightly brown. And as soon as you take it out of the oven, you're going to place the Hershey Kisses onto the cookie. And that's it. It's really easy to make, very yummy, and the cookie looks very festive with this peppermint Hershey Kisses. Thanks for watching. Hi guys! Today we will be making chocolate pretzel rods, which are great gifts to give to your family and friends. Let's begin! So first of all, you're going to melt the first batch of chocolate, and this is how it looks like after I melt it. And it was a little bit too thick and I wanted a thinner consistency, so I added some shortening. So just mix it until all of the shortening is gone. If there's lump, it's okay, don't worry about that. Then you're going to grab your pretzel rods and you're going to dip it in the chocolate. Now, it might be easier to use a cup and then put the chocolate in, but I just used a bowl and a spoon, and this is how it turned out. So I got the sprinkles that I wanted to use, and I just held the rod above a platter and just sprinkled the sprinkles, like so. And then I placed it on wax paper, and the chocolate hardened within 10 seconds. And that's pretty much it. So I made one with red sprinkles, and I made some with candy cane sprinkles, and these actually tasted like candy canes. They're very minty. I made another one with gingerbread men, and these taste like gingerbread men. Also, I found out that the white chocolate dipped pretzels were much prettier to look at. And here's another one with Christmas tree sprinkles. And that's pretty much it, guys. Really simple to make. It's a great gift to give because people thought that it took you forever to make it, but really it just took you, what, less than 10 minutes? So let me know what you're going to be giving for Christmas by commenting on the bottom. Thanks for watching, everyone, guys. Welcome back. Today I'll be sharing with you how to make mug cakes, which is really simple and easy to do. Let's begin. As always, guys, the ingredients are in the description box. So first I grabbed the mug. Then I put 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Then you're gonna add 3 tablespoons of white sugar, or you can use whatever sugar you would like. I just used white because that's what I had. Then you're going to add 1 egg. I tried adding only half an egg, but the consistency, the texture, and the taste didn't taste as good as 1 whole egg. Then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. Then 3 tablespoons of oil. I just used vegetable oil because that's what I had, but you can use whatever you'd like. Then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of milk. Now, the next part, you're going to be adding the Nutella, and this is what makes this mug cake really good, is because the Nutella just gives all the flavor. And you're going to be adding 2 tablespoons. After I ate it, I thought, you know what, probably 1 tablespoon or tablespoon and a half would be good because this cake was really sweet, but it was really good. Then you're going to mix everything thoroughly, and make sure you reach down to the bottom because there might be some leftover powder or all-purpose flour. And then you're going to warm it on high for 2 minutes. And I understand that everybody's microwave is different, so just adjust the time according to your microwave. So next we're going to start working on the second cake. Now the second cake is just a regular old chocolate cake because I know some of us may not be able to get Nutella. So this is a really simple and easy. Let's get started. So you're going to add a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, and 3 tablespoons of milk. And don't forget to add the 1 egg. Then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of oil. I use vegetable oil. Then you're going to add a pinch of salt and a few drops of vanilla extract. Then you're going to mix everything thoroughly and make sure you get the bottom, because I didn't mix the bottom very well and my sister ate a few pieces of all-purpose flour. And that's it. You're going to put it in your microwave and warm it for 2 minutes. Now this mug cake was more of a brownie texture. It's really good. So first you're going to add the sugar. Then the all-purpose flour. Then 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. Then a pinch of salt. 1 tablespoon of oil. Then you're going to add water, and I added about a handful of nuts. And that's it, guys. This is how it came out. As you see, the first one overflowed and the other 2 didn't. I've tried many different flavors of mug cakes and I found that the chocolate ones were my most favorite, and I shared with you the top 3 that I loved the most. Here are a couple of pictures I took of the mug cakes when I flipped it over and took it out. The Nutella one didn't turn out so well coming out because it was so moist, but it was really good, guys. I think that was my most favorite. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hi everyone, today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make chewy oatmeal cookies. Let's begin. In a large bowl, you're going to add 1 cup of softened butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, and 1/2 cup of white sugar. Then you're going to beat everything together until it looks fluffy. Then you're going to add your eggs and mix everything thoroughly. Then add your 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Then mix it. Then in another bowl, you're going to add 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 3 cups of quick cooking oats. And the 1 teaspoon of salt. Then you're going to gradually add the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients and mix. Because I wanted some variations in flavor, I took 1 1/2 cup of batter and some chocolate chips and put it into a separate bowl. Then for the rest of the batter, I just added 1 cup of raisins and mixed everything. Then I took my pan, and I didn't oil it because it's a non-stick pan, and baked it for 325 minutes for 12 to 15 minutes or until golden brown. And that's it, really easy and very yummy. What's your favorite kind of cookie? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys!
Thanks for joining me in the holiday countdown. I can't believe we're in December already. So if you love these vegan desserts, please hit subscribe and like, and let me know in the comment section what kind of video you want to see next. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.